Hi guys, it's me, the Amputee Flyer again. This is the day after I flew a different wing from my own wing, and I thought it'd be pretty cool to do a comparison since normally other famous paramotorists have a say, being they're super good at this flying, and I'm absolutely the most beginner of beginners that there is, and I'm also disabled. I thought I'd give an insight to being an amputee, flying the variants that I've flown so far. Basically, over here in Thailand, the country got locked down and my wing was stuck in another place. So I had to borrow a wing from the flight school where I did my training. It was a Dudek Nemo 4. Oh, Dudek, sorry. Oh, it was a Nemo 4. So please excuse me, I can't remember the bloody name of the company, but it was a Nemo 4. It was an amazing takeoff for me in the way of getting up in the air. It was incredibly fast. Handling on the wing was very impressive. Inputs were very, very, very good. Only minor inputs for maximum output. As an amputee, I have to have a slow wing. I'm not going to ever be an acro pilot or anything like that because the risk is just too high. But the Nemo 4, as a beginner's wing and as an amputee, the foot launches, remember, I think the Nemo 4 is a very, very good wing. It gives a lot of lift. I flew the whole time with the trims in rather than trims out because it's not my wing. I don't want to play with it and do things to it and then get the settings wrong for the next person. Because quite often if you borrow a school's engine or a school's wing, you tend not to check too much. You trust that it's already been put back in place. But if somebody doesn't check, then obviously it could be dangerous. So I leave it as the setting it was given to me in. So trims in, I got maximum lift for minimum effort. I was throttling about 25% of my thrust that I could do. Going onto a headwind, I didn't like the wing. If I'm all in honesty, I didn't like the wing at all because it was so easy to go up to get lift that basically no input and it was climbing. So to get the best out of my wing, I had to go downwind legs to get some speed and to not climb too much. However, when it came to landing, it's probably one of the softest wings I've landed with. So if you are somebody that suffers with backaches or pains in the knees, and you really want a foot launch or be similar to me, one leg or whatever, Nemo 4, fantastic. Definitely a wing I'd recommend for anyone that is a beginner. This comes onto my own wing, and this is why I'm going to do a comparison. My wing is the Eazy2 PPG. It was sponsored by Glide Asia, a company here in Thailand. The company that makes it called Air Design. Basically, Glide Asia, I reached out to the owner and asked if they could help me because it was my first ever, wing. I wanted advice, and they never tried to sell me this wing, so they offered me a deal and I took it. The wing, the Eazy2 PPG, it's faster than the Nemo 4, very responsive. The Eazy2 PPG, however, is a crossover. It can be used for both paragliding and paramotoring. My videos actually show me doing paragliding with it and also show me paramotoring with it. The lift capability is less than the Nemo 4, which I prefer. I like to have a little bit of a run. It lets me feel what's going on before I take off, and also lets my legs work a little bit. The Nemo 4, in my video, I had a few issues with my balance, which is why my instructor helped me in that video. However, I don't normally need the help. It's just a balance issue yesterday. With the Eazy2 PPG, I found that the turns have been a lot smoother than when I flew the Nemo. That is most likely because it's my wing. But I've got used to that, if you understand what I mean. It's not really about the actual wing design. The wing designs are pretty identical, I'd say. When you're a beginner, every wing seems to do what you want it to do, which is to make you fly. So only the most extreme pilots would know every little detail, and I am not one of those. I'm giving this info purely from an amputee's point of view, as somebody that's restricted, and giving advice that has helped me with the flying. The Eazy2 PPG seemed to have a little bit of an issue with the brake lines being a fraction too long. I had them shortened, and that made a big difference to my flying, especially my landing. I'd done about 11 butt landings out of 15 flights. Now I've landed on my feet every time. So to round this all up, basically what I'm saying is, if you're a beginner and you are chunky, or you just want to get in the air without having too much of a run up or anything, I would definitely suggest a Nemo 4. If you're slightly more advanced and think that you're a pretty reasonable pilot but still a beginner, the Eazy2 PPG is also fantastic. For me, I prefer my Eazy2. It's not about sponsorship, I just prefer it. But the Nemo was definitely an easier wing to fly. So if you want minimum effort, maximum output, definitely go with Nemo. But if you want to fly your wing and own your wing as you're flying it, and I would still say the Eazy just about edged it for me. But flying them both side by side, there wouldn't be much in it. I really wouldn't. So hope that anyone that's buying a new wing looks at this and says, that's not too bad. Good idea. A cripple telling you what works and what doesn't in this way. Maximum lift, Nemo. More enjoyable flying for me, Eazy2 PPG. Thanks again, everybody. Hope to see you online again. Bye bye. Boo.